Tyrone, they don't want to let us know if the marriage bed is undefiled because I don't think they want the cat to get out the bag about they pegging.
He said, "What's wrong with a little pagan?"
Man, Captain Tazaryach said that Gorilla Hebrew was gay because he let his, or he's saying he let his wife peg him. I'm just like, I mean, is it gay if it's not a dude? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm what's the rules on all this? Because New Testament weird, so I don't know.
Tyrone said, "Is it gay if it's not a man?" I,
He said, "All marriages are honorable, huh?"
See what I'm saying? If his marriage bed is undefiled, then you with a woman, it mean you could do whatever you want to according to their rule. I mean, that's what I heard at least. I could be wrong. That's why I'm asking. But is it gay if it's not if it's not a man?
I, in theory, I don't think it's gay because you're not attracted to a man or doing anything sexual with a man. It's just your carnal side and me mind, I guess. And how did you know that you liked it? Like person that's doing like what you do to go back there to fiddle around and figure out that you want that to go down as a man or a woman.
I
Hey,
know the
Captain
story
Tazaryach,
behind
how
that.
you
You
doing,
got to be
friend?
kidding me.
Hey, Cap. Pew 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 pew.
Hey, what's up, mother? How you
I'm
doing?
doing well. It's good to hear
Christopher,
you, brother.
I'm good. Likewise, likewise.
What you doing over?
I just hopped in the room randomly. I just hopped in the
You
room
know that's
randomly.
all I said. What you doing over here on our neck of the woods?
It's the wild side of the woods. Nah, I just happened to hop in the room and see y'all, and I said, let me see what y'all was talking about. 'Cause I said the marriage bed is undefiled, but you
You
can
just the man
defile
for
it.
this conversation.
The rest of that verse says, but whoremongers and fornicators will be judged, though.
Yes. So I want to
So that's
ask you a
that's the
question because
whole
I
verse.
just right. So look, I was just talking about how I seen you and or you was on the phone with Wack and Gorilla
Yeah.
Hebrew up there at
Yeah, that
what you
was
call it, right?
surprising. I didn't know I was live. Like I didn't know that I was I didn't know that I was being recorded or that it was live. Just for the record.
Okay, so look, if the marriage bed is undefiled, I know he got some other allegations besides this one I'm about to bring up.
Right.
If the marriage bed is undefiled,
hmm
what's wrong with a little pegging?
So before I answer this question, do you believe that if a woman pegs a man that that's lawful?
That's why I'm asking you on what
No,
your
I'm asking. I'm saying before I answer this
oh,
question,
you
I'm just
want to
trying to
know
get your.
if I think it's lawful.
Yeah. You think it's lawful?
I don't. See now. This is the thing. I can't answer that because I don't know. I'm gonna say I haven't read where I would see something about that. You know what I'm saying? But will I say that it's cool? I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, I ain't. You know what I mean? Like that's. But to say
Hey,
lawful, I would have to
Will
be able to
Lord be
go.
with y'all. Yeah,
No,
that's
I would have to go
homosexuality.
to.
When it says man, I give you the law. Leviticus, the 20th chapter, when it says, mankind shall not lie with mankind as womankind. When you lie with a woman, you're penetrating that woman. So a man is not supposed to be penetrated. That's a woman that gets penetrated.
Okay, but you.
Doesn't matter who's doing it.
Well, you.
I'm sorry, go
Oh
ahead.
no, you just read where it said mankind is not allowed with mankind. If it's not a man and a
As
man,
womankind.
so you saying that means that it's
That meaning that covers
the
men and
penetrative.
women. Yeah, like when it talks about you children of Israel, that covers men and women. When it says mankind shall not lie with mankind as womankind, that's man on man, that's woman on woman, because God designed us to be man and woman laying together in their natural capacities. So that's a penis and a vagina, natural capacity. or whatever you do with your woman, that's natural. But a woman doing something that is reserved for a man to do is unnatural.
Okay, now you realize the way you're wording this, or the way you're breaking this down. You said that man should not lie with man as womankind. So you saying that a man penetrating a man, only a woman's supposed to be penetrated. So then somebody could say, now I'm not saying that this is how what I think. I'm just saying based on the way you said it.
Hmm.
Then somebody could say, well, then that don't say nothing about man lying with man as mankind, because you
No,
made
the
it about
woman,
you.
when it said, yeah, I don't know, brother, I don't know, I don't understand what you just said, but I'll try.
Okay, let me.
Man, when it says mankind shall not lie with mankind as womankind, the womankind pertains to sexual activity that involves with what you do with a woman. That is only pertains to a woman. So a man is not supposed to lay with a man, but a woman is also not supposed to do that to a man either.
You know what, brother Cat? I was just
Yes.
thinking when you said that, that makes a lot of sense due to the fact that that's also showing about,
Yeah, you
in
might
the
want to even
future
that out a little bit.
where if a man changes his sexuality to become a woman, then a man
Right.
can't lay with that because that's
Right.
still an abomination.
Right. Exactly.
So I
Let's
see
say
exactly what you
either
meant.
side. Let's say if that woman becomes a man. You know what I mean? Like all of that is an abomination. Like all of that. None of that. It don't become lawful because you get a sex change. It's still unlawful because that's what you're born as. So when it says the marriage bed is undefiled, and the whole reasoning of that verse is that sex between a man and a woman is lawful, but whoremongers and fornicators shall be defiled. So that's almost like, let's say if a man got two wives, he can't do lesbianism where he got two women and one man at one time. He's the one man, and then he got two women at one time because the laws prohibit that. So the same way, a man can't be bent over. You know how emasculating that is? That is like the most emasculating thing that I could ever think of that could happen between a man and a woman. And if you read the messages that transpired between them two, the whole reason she wanted to do it was to emasculate him. You're not even a man no more. Or I'll be with you. Anybody that agree with that shit.
Okay, so look, still, when you make it about the act, you make it sound like there's an act that a man can do, because you saying
I don't know what you mean,
you
an
ain't.
act that a man can do.
Okay, so you said a man can't do something with a man, like for what a woman, for what he's supposed to do with a woman.
Yeah, what's the difference between oral sex? If you get oral sex from a man, that's homosexual. You get oral sex from a woman, that's natural. Even though they both got a mouth.
I'm following what you're saying. It just it seems like
Well, I wouldn't want
what
you in
what
charge of a
what
congregation.
I'm
I
not. I
wouldn't
would
want you
never.
in charge of
No, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to understand, y'all point of view. That's it. But
I'm giving you my point of view. A man should never
yeah.
have his ass penetrated by nothing.
But I was gonna say though, typically lawful when you're with a man and a woman when you're
Hmm?
married, lawfully you have regular
Say no
sex.
more.
Like there's no sodomy going
It's
on.
so.
So I think that's why Tyrone was asking the question that he was asking, why he posed it the way that he posed it. Because when you lay with a, like what the scripture was saying, if you lay with a man, but not a womenkind, so that would lead us to believe that two men wouldn't have sex like that because a man can't penetrate a man in his penis. But it didn't specify to go through the back door. Is that where you're getting at, Tyrone?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
break it
saying I'm
down,
saying
brother. Break it
I'm
down.
saying I'm saying the way that you broke it down, it leaves that question open. That's what I was saying.
No, it don't. Like what I like about, and I know I'm in a room that don't go with the New Testament, so I stay within the realms of the Old Testament. In Deuteronomy, the seventh chapter, right? It tells you the nations of which we wasn't supposed to be with. Now, do y'all believe that verse No, I'm good to go. Just some water. Do y'all believe that that verse means that you're not supposed to sleep with nobody outside your race, or just those nations that's mentioned in Deuteronomy the seventh chapter?
I wouldn't answer it as y'all, but I'll say me. To me, I go off of exactly what it's saying. I would say there's those nations.
So then, in First Kings 11 chapter, when it names nations that Solomon slept with, that's outside of those nations, and because when it names those nations, it names Moabites, Edomites, Egyptian, etc., that are not in Deuteronomy the seventh chapter. It says of the nations of which God said, "Ye shall not go in unto." Even Nehemiah calls it a sin when they lay with the Moabite women and the Ammonite women. It said that not Solomon sinned by those things. So now what we can understand is that Deuteronomy the seventh chapter don't just apply to those nations. It applies to any nation outside of Israel. We're not supposed to marry. So okay, so when we read the law of homosexuality, that homosexuality, no man is supposed to be penetrated under no circumstances, whether it's a man doing it or a woman doing it. Now, if y'all disagree with that, I mean that's y'all. I mean y'all got the right to believe, I guess, whatever it is y'all want to believe. As for me, I'm gonna understand that for what it is. And no man should be bent over. And if niggas in the world can understand that, I don't see how y'all Israelites don't understand that. So
Captain Tazaryach, why would Paul say